but it's working on my computer. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, Leslie, right? Is the pronunciation
Yeah.
correct?
Lesley's correct. Yes.
Leslie is a common name here in Mexico.
Oh,
Where are you from?
I'm from Nigeria originally, but I
Really?
am in Washington.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I actually have a lot of Mexican friends who are named Leslie. Like I know, I know a lot of. Uh, so yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, Leslie. Well, as I told you, I am working in a project, something like, well, you know, these
Yeah,
face-to things
yeah,
that
yeah,
doesn't have any logic, any structure, nothing, just your intuition, and that's all. So
yeah.
today I was like, okay, who I'm going to talk to? And I was like, okay, intuition, you tell me, just choose whatever it is. And it was you, Leslie. I'm glad to meet you. I I like to meet new people, and always they are like unicorns because
Yeah.
the universe that everybody has is so different, and it was something I wanted to do for a few years ago, but I am a Spanish speaker, so
Okay.
I wanted to practice my English and speak fluently and do many things with English. So this is the opportunity, I think.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
Okay,
it's
and
amazing. Yeah.
what about you?
Okay.
You are from what's the
Yeah.
pronunciation?
Nigeria. Originally, I'm from Nigeria, but I was born here in the U.S.
Oh, okay.
But I grew up in Nigeria for most of my life, like up until I was 14. Then I came here to Washington and I finished high school and I went to college and now I've dropped out of college. So,
No, really?
yes.
I, do you mean that you left school?
Yeah, I'm done. Like I'm technically like still in my dorm right now because I just recently made the decision to leave. So, yeah.
Yeah, okay, explain that to me. You were studying. What year were you in?
I was third year.
The third year.
Yes.
So you was almost finishing.
Yeah, almost finishing. I also took like a break in between. So I had about like 2 years to finish.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yes. So
The middle, a little more
yeah.
than
Just
half your major.
yeah.
What were you studying?
Here's the thing. I have like jumped around so many times. I was doing chemistry, then biology, then computer science, then communications
Oh,
because yes. So I have like literally done everything.
yeah.
Like I've yeah.
But you stayed only a year? No, less than a year, right?
Yes, less than a year in all of them. Just like this one, maybe like one semester, 2 semesters, that one, like, because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. But the thing is, I just didn't want to be in college.
But this is so amazing because you were able to try a little bit of everything.
Yes, I literally tried everything, like a
Yes,
little. Yes.
but you were now in the last few months or
Yeah.
days where you were studying.
I was studying communications for the last few months. Then that was just in September that I started in this new school studying communications. And then I just stopped going to class. I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to be here, So I just stopped going to class. And eventually I decided that after this quarter, I'm done. So, yeah.
You decided this a week ago?
Maybe like 2-3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So yeah. But those kind of decisions are very tough for when we are in phase one,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
In my case, for example, I had to leave my country because I am from Peru, and I had a good job there, and they were offering me more money,
Mhm.
and but the other option was come to Mexico and start it over. So
Yeah.
I was like, no, I want the money, but I don't like being here anymore. It was
Right.
a very hard decision.
Yeah.
And I don't know how was yours.
Yeah. It's almost like hard to let go of your old like life when we're like saying that we want to change our lives and have like these experiences, but we're holding on so much. So for me, I have tried to do this before. This leaving college thing, it's not the first time that I've thought about it. A few months back, I tried to tell my parents I don't want to do this anymore. And they're like, this whole thing happened and I was too scared to go fully into the decision. So I kind of like compromised and like came back like, okay, I'll just, I'll go back to school, whatever. But this time I will say like hard in the sense that I was afraid of what my parents would say. And then I realized that there's a lot of feelings about that. So I felt the feelings. I did it anyways. I told them, and so much energy, like just so much like feelings and crying. And now on the other side of that, it's like, I'm so glad that I made that decision to do that. So
What
it's,
happened? Because when we made the decision, something immediately happened. Like you meet a new person. And I don't know what happened to you.
so for me, I made the decision. Then at this, I was also getting coaching from Mandy. And then the idea to go to the retreat like came up from her, like, because she's like, I see you going to the retreat. But at this time, I'm like, I don't have the money for it. I didn't know how I was gonna, but somehow I asked Andra, somehow the money was like, I paid for the retreat. And now
No
I'm,
way.
yeah, like, I don't even know how. I didn't even have 5,000 in my bank account. Like, I didn't, I just like paid for it. Then
Are
it's
you
so
going?
crazy.
Are you gonna go to the
I'm
retreat?
going, yeah. So,
Oh my goodness, Leslie.
yeah,
That's
like so exciting for me.
yeah. Oh my goodness. Good for you, Leslie. It's going to
Yes.
change your life.
Yeah.
And you are very young. You look very young. So maybe. Oh my goodness, Leslie.
Yeah.
That's.
It's so exciting. It's like, yeah.
Mandy is coaching you.
Yes. So she has like her one-on-one coaching, like 30 minutes. So I got a couple calls. Yeah.
Okay. Um I had some calls with Andra. I also
Uh-huh.
paid for them, and they were incredibly, incredibly practical,
Uh-huh.
and it worked.
Yeah.
That that was something that surprised me because I suppose you also tried many things before, right? Like meditation, manifestation. lots of things, and you try all those things, but at the end, it's the same. They don't work.
Yeah.
And with my first call, I was like, okay. Anyway, I have to do it because I can't stand my life anymore. I don't know what to do. And I didn't even have anything in my account,
Yeah.
and I didn't like that. And every sentence, everything that he told me worked. It was exactly the words that I needed to hear, and it changed all my perspective. And from that day, I am like, I don't care. I don't mind. Sometimes you are like, oh my God, Neruda, what am I doing? Because you are not used to spend those
Yeah.
amounts of money. Sometimes you are like, oh, yeah, what is, oh my goodness. But it's incredible. How did it work? The phase two change your life, your financial life, especially.
Okay, so I can literally talk about money. Like I used to be someone who I was working because I'm just 20 years old, but I've been working like since I was 16. Like fast food, like McDonald's, like the grocery store cashier kind of thing.
Mhm.
And I used to be so anal about my money. Like I would, before I make a purchase, I'll be checking my account,
Oh,
make sure, like if I would like struggle to spend $10 at the store. I'm like, oh, that's too much. I'm like, that kind of thing. And since like phase two, it's almost like I don't really even think about money. Like I don't worry about it. Like I don't even know. I don't have the words sometimes. But it's just there, it's just not something I'm worried about, not something I'm stressing about, if that makes any sense. Even like this retreat thing, it just happened. It just kind of worked out, like it just took care of itself and it has been for the past few months. So yeah, I don't know
how
what.
how did you start here? When?
Okay, I started about like last year. Wait, no. Like yeah, early last year, like early this year, sorry.
Ah,
January, like December last year. Yeah,
okay, okay.
yes. So it's almost been a full year for me since
Uh-huh.
the community.
Why did you start it? What happened?
So I saw Sam's video come up on my TikTok and I was like, holy fuck, like like, I was just like, I don't even know. I was just like, oh, I have to buy this book. And I feel like immediately after seeing her video and she mentioned that they have their books, I bought the book. Quantum Networking was the first one I bought. Yeah. Quantum Networking was the first one I bought. And yeah. Oh my gosh, you have the
Obviously.
that I need to get the paperback. That's good. Yeah. So at the time, I was also doing like manifestation stuff, but not really seeing any results. Like it was just kind of, I don't know,
Oh, sh-
just kind of bullshit, like just kind of doing it, whatever. So I come across her stuff and it's so different from what I'm used to, but I'm like, I've never heard of this before, but like I feel like I have to know more. So I get the book, I read it, and of course, I love it. So I join the community on my
okay.
birthday, actually, like February the next month. Yeah. So I was like, I'm fed up and I'm going to join.
Mhm. Okay, and are you at the Quantum Millionaire Project?
So I'm not in that, but I am thinking of joining for the next,
Okay.
yeah, but I'm not in that
Uh,
currently.
okay, Leslie, it's interesting because I also started in. January, I think. And the things that you say, it's the same that happened to me. I struggled a lot, spending few amounts
Yeah.
of money. And I remember the first purchase I made after talking to Andrea was an eyeliner. It cost like, say, $25, something like that. But I wasn't just to buy something like this at this
Mhm.
price. I just buy an eyeliner of $2, $3,
Yes.
and I was like, $25? No. And I bought it because the reaction I had with the other ones was very painful, but with this one, it didn't hurt. It was like fresh, and I was like, no way. The difference is so, you
Yeah.
felt the difference. So I bought it, and when I was coming back home, I was like, Vero, what did you do? You spent $25? No way, are you crazy? Imagine that. So
Yeah.
now that I see it, now I spend lots more.
Yeah. Me too.
And
And it's amazing.
it's amazing,
Like,
right? But because somehow it's there. I work in Peru. I give classes online, but it's only 3 or 4 hours a day. So they pay me in Peruvian currency,
mhm.
and I live in Mexico, so I have to spend in pesos,
Mm.
Mexican pesos, and I buy products in North America, so I have to spend in dollars. I don't know how it works, but it works
Right.
at the end,
Yeah.
right? And what about the other aspects of your life, Leslie? Because money, yes, is
Yeah.
the thing we start here, I think. That's the
Yeah.
reason we start here. But there are many other aspects that are also influenced with time, right? How about your life?
Okay. So I think the first thing that came to my mind for like other aspects is like relationships with my family in particular, relationships in general, but with my family, I have like used them as a sort of crutch for myself. Like, I've told myself that I can't do certain things because of my family. So I have had that. And I think that has been like something that I've held on to for a long time with this whole, okay, I have to go to college because of my parents. I have to do this kind of thing because of my parents. My family, they need me to do this. I have to do this. So many obligations around my family that like I felt miserable, you know what I mean? Like it sucked. I hated it, but I just felt like I have to do this. So with phase two, I've literally just gotten rid of all of that because it's just like the stories that you tell yourself about all these obligations, things you have to do. So, and this was kind of recent with the whole college thing and being able to tell my family, this is what I'm going to do with my life, and I'm going to live my life for me. Like being able to do that is something that I think is amazing, first of all. Like I am, and I've been thinking about it. I think it's because it's something I've kind of dreamt of, just being able to do things for me, live my life for myself, and not worry about what other people think about the way I live my life. So that's one aspect.
But what was the reaction?
Oh, they were like upset. They were so upset. My mom, she didn't even talk to me. She just sent me a thumbs up emoji. I was like, okay. My dad, he freaked out. He was like, no, you can't do this. There will be consequences, this and that, and this and that. And of course, the reactions gave me a lot of feelings, which I kind of sat with and felt through. And it's something I feared is those reactions like that. That's what stopped me from living my life the way I want to live it, is the fear of what they would say. So now that I've just let them say that, it's like it's not that big of a deal. It feels like it felt like it was a big deal, but now it's you feel the feelings and you do something else and you get over it. Like,
That's
yeah,
okay. Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah. And tell me, do they give you money for anything, or you pay your bills alone?
So they used to, but not really. Now I'm on my own. Um, my dad was paying like my rent maybe a year ago, but not recently. It's been me on my own. So,
College also?
huh?
College? Your
Oh, college. Yeah, I took loans and I had scholarships and grants.
okay.
So,
You are
yeah.
lucky.
Huh?
Yeah, that's I don't know. That's weird because our parents want to lead our lives the way they think it's better, right?
Yes. Yeah.
But at the end, they don't pay anything for us.
Yeah. But not even that, just also like it's your life. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
it's like how long was I, because I was living for what I thought my parents wanted me to do.
Mhm.
I was picking a major because I thought that's what my parents want me to do. Like I was considering working for my dad and his company, all these things that don't bring me any joy at all. Yeah. So it's like,
But it's like uh, automatic reaction because you don't think, because it happened to me also. I was like want I wanted to be the perfect daughter, a good daughter. I have to
me
be the
too.
good daughter because my dad is getting older and older, and I want to take care of his business or help him. But I didn't even consider myself. I have I had never asked myself what I liked to do. So I was working, doing what I thought would make them happy. Uh, but I didn't even think about it. But at one point, I was like, Vero, you didn't do anything different. I don't have a partner at that point. Now also, well, I, I told myself, you don't have a partner, you don't have children. The job was stopped because of the pandemic,
Mm.
and I didn't have more to do in Peru. So I said, you don't know other countries, you haven't seen other people, you learn to speak English, but you don't speak English in any occasion. So the decision was very difficult, but it was from the bottom of my heart. It was like, I need to do it.
Yeah. It's like you have to make the decision. For me too, because I was like, this is how I've lived my life with my family, like like doing stuff for them, but I know that I can't do this anymore. Like I'm done with this experience. I'm done caring about everybody else but myself, that kind of thing. So, yeah.
Do you speak with other people about phase two?
No, wait. Besides people in our community, nobody else. No, no.
And how do you spend your day? Because it was something that surprised me when I met Shweta, who I am working with, and she's like very aware of everything and everyone and every phrase that she is saying is, and she says, "Oh no, no, that's phase one thing. I have."
Wait, who?
Excuse me.
Wait, who are we talking about?
Shweta is a member of the community too. Then I'm going to share it.
Okay, okay.
But
Yeah.
she's like very aware. She is only 21 years old, and I was like,
Oh,
she,
Sweta, I know. Yes.
yeah,
Yes. Yeah. I was talking to her. She was,
really,
yeah. I didn't hear you. Yeah. Yeah.
because she told me that the pronunciation is Shweta. You
Oh,
Shweta?
I don't know how. She never told me, so I just say it.
She told me that it's Shweta.
Okay.
And she's very aware of everything. And I said, okay, I have to begin with that. When I go out now, I have to be aware also
Yeah.
about other people, because she is like, we have to spread the word, spread the word, is it right?
Yes.
And I
Yeah.
was like, oh my goodness, is this a religion? But she's right, because
No. Yeah. Yeah.
totally right.
Yeah.
And Lesley, would you, about the retreat, do your parents know that you are going to the retreat?
No,
Did you
they do
send?
not know. I'm not even really talking to my parents. Like, I'm taking a break from them. You know, I asked my intuition. This was about 3 weeks ago. I asked my intuition, like, what I wanted to do about the relationship. And I got to take a break from them. So I've stepped back completely, and I haven't been talking to them. And I feel like I got so much energy back from like just stepping back and like releasing all these ideas that I had around them. So they do not know I'm going to Vegas. Yeah, I'm just going. Like,
But you, oh, my internet connection.
oh, I can hear you.
Okay. Nowadays, posting everything about our lives is like inevitable. So they are going to find out that you're in Las Vegas. Are you
Yeah, they.
are you going to post you? I mean, are you going to show them that you are doing whatever you want, or maybe you are not going to show much about it?
I mean, I don't really like. That's a good question. I haven't thought about that much. Well, here's the thing. One, they don't really follow me on social media, but if they do see, I don't mind. Like, I don't have a problem with them knowing what I'm doing. But I probably wouldn't tell them what I'm doing unless I feel like telling them, if that makes sense. They don't really care. I don't know if they care, but I don't care to tell them. So,
What are the lessons you think you have learned with phase two that you apply?
ooh, just focusing on yourself always as much as possible. Obviously, sometimes I get wrapped up in the experience, but taking the time out each day to just spend time with yourself, like sit with yourself and feel your feelings. That's the biggest one for me. Yeah.
How do you feel yourself? I mean, the difference mm, from a year before and now.
Yeah. Um, like, how do I feel about myself?
About yourself, yeah.
I feel so much more like at home with myself. Like, I feel so much more accepting of myself. I don't feel like I have to change stuff or acquire or make people like me or yeah, and there's also just more, I think confidence comes with that. Just that, yeah, I don't know. Where am I going with this? So I'm like losing my train of thought, but yeah, just more accepting of myself. And I feel like with acceptance comes like a bunch of other things too.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And what's the more strange thing that happened to you?
Okay, so strange things. I love that question. So strange things is like money, for example. Like sometimes I don't see the money in my account, but my card goes through. Sometimes I see random, like this was a while ago when I had no money in my account and I needed to pay a bill, was like $100 or something. And then I just checked my bank account and there was like $100 there. So I pay my bill. Like that kind of stuff has happened. Even this retreat thing, my card went through when I didn't have the money. And I had an overdraft, like a negative in my bank account, and then that just reversed itself. So,
Leslie, no
yeah.
way.
So those are the kind of things that I've experienced. And also like looking for something, maybe like seeing an image in my mind of something I might want and then going to the store, seeing it there. Like that kind of just coincidences, things just working out unexpectedly. Yeah.
You mean that like you are able to create some
Like,
things?
so yeah, like almost kind of, yeah. Like I will for
Example,
example,
please
like,
give me
okay,
examples.
so we were, I'm trying to think of one. I have a couple, but like I wanted to play, the energy egg game with my intuition. So you haven't heard of that one? Okay.
Energy
Um
egg. That sounds
the
funny.
it's this game where she explained it, where you play with your intuition, you ask for like a place to go or something, and in that area you find something that gives you energy.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah. So I don't have a car, but I was with my friend and my intuition showed me this place, this restaurant in my mind, right? But I don't know because my friend is taking me somewhere. I don't even. So then he gets an order at that place and we go to the restaurant that I saw in my head. So I didn't even say to him that I wanted to go there. He just happened to go there on his own and I was in the car with him. So that's one option there. That's one experience.
And um, do you do it every day? Or, I mean, if you are able to do it, would you apply it every day?
With the energy egg game, I
Or,
just or like seeing something in my
uh-huh.
head. So that is like, I don't know if it's I guess we're creating everything. So like, um, it's more like an image comes up. So I don't really choose an image or something to see. It just kind of comes up. But I think I've heard, um, Mandy talk about seeing a red cactus and then she goes out and then she sees a red cactus, that kind of thing. So I think you can play those kind of games with your intuition, like, oh, I want to see a yellow balloon or something like that. And then you see it out in your reality. Yeah.
Okay. What is the biggest limitation that you had before, or you consider was your biggest limitation?
My family.
Your
My
family,
family. Like
and you
that's
love them
yes.
now.
So that's why it feels like this big thing for me because it kind of was. I perceived it as my biggest limitation. So,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. And um, do you consider that a person, any person, can make it easily? I mean, join to our community and make it easily as simple as you did, for example.
I think so. Yeah, I think joining the community but I think what really made the difference was getting mentored, like having somebody mirror you and show you exactly what you're doing. Like that's
Wow.
the biggest, yeah,
Yes.
that will make it easy if you get a mentor.
Yes. Oh my goodness. And how often do you have meetings with your mentor?
So I did like once a week for a month period with Mandy. That was like an accelerated thing, but it's honestly just whenever my intuition tells me to. So I wait for my intuition to sometimes when I'm having a problem, some issue, I will ask my intuition and then I get the idea too.
Leslie, tell me something. Sometimes I go back to phase one when I have to pay something, for example, a call with Ender. And I am like, oh no, I have to spend $500 again. And so am I like resisting to do that?
Yeah.
But do you continue feeling that, or you just dropped it?
I guess I don't think we like go back to phase one. I think it's just, an opportunity to reclaim your energy. Your intuition is just always going to give you but you're not actually going back to phase one. You're just like being shown where your energy is.
Ah, okay, okay.
So when that happens, you can actually just feel those feelings, like allow yourself to just fully feel that whatever it is coming up when you're about to pay for something. Because that's you reclaiming the energy back from that. So
Oh, that is going to help me a lot. And
yeah.
another aspect of life that I think it's important for everybody is relationships. A partner. Do you have a partner or?
Yes, I sort of am dating right now. Yes. Dating someone.
Uh, is it what you're dating? You, you met recently. You have met recently.
Yes. Recently. Yes. Like maybe a month ago or
Did
more.
it have to do anything with phase two? Did you created him?
I mean, I I think we create everything. So I guess I did create him. Yeah. That will just be automatic. Like everything in my experience I created. So
Yeah,
definitely created him too.
but I mean, a month ago I met a guy who was perfect, and only one thing, and that was my question. I mean, when we are in phase two, we are aware that everything is possible and we create everything. But at some point, the creation, as you said, you create everything, but you don't control it.
Yeah.
Uh, that is it happening to you? You you found in something especially in this person, or it's okay? It's like any
Hmm.
guy.
Well, I don't know because I don't really compare like my partners to be honest. Like him, like I love spending time with him. I actually spend a lot of time with him and yeah. He mirrors a lot of things back to me too.
Okay.
So I noticed that sometimes when he was complaining about something and I was like, oh, why is he always complaining about this? And I kind of turned that back to myself, like, this is something I'm telling myself too. So I think, I don't know, all relationships can do that too, but like you spend a lot of time with someone and they're going to reflect things back to you. But yeah, he's
Okay.
he's just another aspect of me, I guess. So
Yes, yes, that's why I'm asking you that part, that aspect of life is really important.
Yes.
And that's the objective, I think. The main thing when you have a relationship is to learn from them, or
Yeah.
to they reflect the things that you have to work
Yeah.
in, right? So that's cool. I have to work a lot myself. I learned with this guy that I have to pay attention
Okay. Let's see.
more in me than in this guy, because I was like, he did
Yeah. No, I do that too, like that. Yeah.
Lately, I double your age. And I am still like that. No, wait.
Hey, it's just an experience, you know?
Yeah, just an experience. And this experience was really nice, Leslie.
Yes.
Thank you so, so
I
much
appreciate you so much.
for accepting, because I was like, what I'm going to tell them to accept my invitation. But I enjoy talking to people. I love listening to people, and I enjoyed listening to your story, Leslie. And I learned a lot from you.
I appreciate you so much for this. I literally had I wrote it down that I wanted to be in a podcast or have a podcast. And then that was yesterday that I was looking at my index cards. And then you messaged me today. I was like, oh my gosh. Hey. So,
This is amazing. I love meeting people that is telling me that it works.
yeah.
It's real. They are not lying to you. Everything is real. And I I am more than 40 years old, and I have to unlearn many things.
Mhm.
And these old years are like very deep inside of me that sometimes I forget about it. And Shweta made me realize that when I go out, sometimes I forget it, and I get into the word as a victim.
No, yeah.
So with this kind of conversations and meetings, I'm realizing that you are me, and
Yeah.
and you are enjoying it so much, and I am glad to meet you, because I am part of you. If you are living that experience, I am too. So
Yes.
I hope you have more exciting experiences, and you are, please keep me updated.
I will. We'll stay in touch, Veronica.
Send me your social media accounts,
Okay, yeah.
please, and we are going to be in contact, please.
Yes. Of course. Thank
Well,
you so much for this. Amazing.
thanks to you,
Yes.
Leslie. See you
And
another time.
you look so fabulous. I love your hair. I love your sweater. I was gonna say this. You just exude elegance. I don't know. Just so fabulous. So.
Thank you very much. Oh, Leslie, no, you don't know what that means to me. It, you don't know. I'm going to cry now. Thank you very much,
Okay.
Leslie. Have a nice night,
All
and
right.
we are in contact.
Yes. Good night, Veronica. Bye.
Bye.